Here's a fun twist. Have you ever thought about the quirky and sometimes surprising impact that each letter can have on a brand's success? Guess what? Letters matter more than you think, especially when it comes to marketing. Today, we're talking about why each letter plays an important role in shaping your brand's identity and perception. From subtle nuances to powerful messaging, spelling has a huge impact, and you should pay attention to every single letter. I'm Peachy Williams, the Brand Voice Builder. As a business owner, I understand that building a brand doesn't happen overnight. It's all about positioning yourself to build, brand, and grow. If you're an entrepreneur or one in the making, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. First impressions are lasting. Imagine walking into a store and the first thing you see is a sign with a glaring typo. That's not just an oops moment. It's a missed opportunity for your brand to shine, right? As a copywriter, I know that spelling is like the handshake of your brand. It sets the tone for everything that follows. So a clean, error-free presentation tells your audience that you pay attention to detail and you value quality in every aspect of your business. That means it's time to take a good look at your brand's communications, your website, social media profiles, business cards, and product packaging to make sure that every single thing you spell is accurate across the board. Just like your brand voice is key, spelling is one of the main ways you communicate this to your audience. So paying attention to the little things builds customer confidence and trust. You always want to focus on building blocks of trust. For instance, there was this local bakery that misspelled dessert as desert on their menu. This became a running joke in the community and not in a really good way. On the flip side, another business, which was an online retailer, they were known for their spot-on product descriptions and bulletproof fact section. No typos in sight. Customers always talk about how their attention to detail made them feel secure in their purchases because it's clear. Consistent, correct spelling fosters trust and loyalty. So you, as a business owner, should adopt a zero-tolerance policy for spelling mistakes. That means updating and proofreading all your consumer-facing content on a regular basis. You should also encourage feedback from customers about your brand's communications because sometimes they can catch what you've missed. When it comes to branding, I want you to think professionalism. Branding isn't just about logos and colors, but we all know that, right? It's also about perception. Professionalism is communicated not only through customer service and product quality, but also through the written word. Correct spelling demonstrates that you take your business seriously, enough to invest time in getting things right. That's why people hire copywriters and proofreaders. When customers see that you're diligent with the small things, they trust you with the big things, like handling their business. And truthfully, a small business who pays attention to detail will be valued over a big business who continuously presents substandard work. Try to create a culture of professionalism that starts with clear communication. Proofreading should be part of your standard operating procedure before you release any material for the public to see. And this might mean investing in a professional proofreader or copywriter, or training your team to be very detailed when they check for spelling errors. No matter what size business you have, this counts. Ready to stay tapped into the Color Me Brand family? Join our mailing list where you'll get all the info on the podcast, newsletters, and more. Join at bit.ly/colormail today. We live in a tech-driven society, so spelling affects more than just your aesthetics. It's also about what people see online. Search engines are very smart, but they also rely on correct spelling for indexing your content. If you sell artisanal coffee with an A, but your site says artisanal coffee with an I, or you misspell coffee, you're less likely to show up in search results when coffee lovers are looking for the next big thing. You must review your website's content for spelling, especially keywords that are crucial for SEO. Using tools like Google Analytics to find out which terms people use to find your site and ensuring those terms are spelled correctly on your pages makes a difference. Clarity is key. Now, I don't want to talk too much about this, but one missed comma in a contract can cost a company millions. Spelling errors can be just as costly because it can lead to miscommunication, and it also leads to confusion. For instance, if you have public dairy instead of public diary, this sends a very different message. But when you communicate clearly, it reduces the risk of any misunderstandings that could actually tarnish your brand's reputation or alienate your audience. I want you to think about having a mandatory proofreading phase for all your written materials. Encourage clear, straightforward language that leaves no room for misinterpretation. Using simple language doesn't mean unprofessional. It means that your content and copy is accessible and understandable for everyone. So let's talk about some best practices for impeccable spelling. Maintaining error-free spelling, it's not just about avoiding embarrassment. It's about upholding excellence within your business. While automated spell checks are helpful, they are not foolproof. Let me say that one more time. Automated spell checks are helpful, but they are not foolproof. There are certain things called homophones. These are words that sound the same, but they have different meanings, and they often slip through spell check. Human proofreaders, especially those who have diverse backgrounds, they can catch those nuance errors that most machines miss. Taking the time to invest in a tiered approach to error-proofing your content is key. That means combining technology with human oversight to win the game. You may also want to set up a review system where the content that you're putting out to the public is seen by multiple people before you go live, because that way everyone has a chance to catch the errors and nothing can slip through the cracks. Spelling might seem like just one part of your brand, but getting it right shows that you care about all the details. And by setting up automated checks, using professional services like a proofreader or copywriter when needed, and taking the time to think about the diverse viewpoints of your team and their contributions, you can keep your spelling in the best shape possible. That means your brand will always look sharp, trustworthy, and ready for business. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the platforms you're listening on if you like the content, and share this with anyone you feel needs this message. You can also sign up for the newsletter, notifying you when the next episode drops. Until next time, keep creating, keep building, keep thriving, and watch your brand grow.